everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. Considering that I am kind of new on YouTube, I decided to do this tag so you could know me a little bit better. And I just realized that I never said my name on here. So redo. Hello, my name is Alexandra. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my Booktube channel. Okay, so going right into the questions. The first question is, why did you start this channel? And I feel like the reason why I started this is the same reason that every booktuber starts their channel, to have more people to talk to about my favorite books and everything bookish. I feel like only 40 people are going to know this based on my subscribers, but I actually used to have this channel back in 2018 when I first started it, but unfortunately I deleted everything and then just went radio silent for like 7 years. The reason why I had started it back then was, again, to have more people to talk to about my favorite books. I didn't used to have friends who were like huge readers, and I really needed that connection with someone else. To be honest, this is still true today, even though I have a few friends that I could talk to because they are readers. However, I recently discovered how much I like to talk. I had started a book talk channel back in like July, and I just felt like I had to keep everything short. I felt constrained, so I just, remembered that I had this channel and decided to do YouTube videos and TikTok videos. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And for this one, honestly, I feel like it's a hard question. The only answer that comes to my head right now is maybe my sense of humor, even though I feel like all the booktubers on here are already funny and they're creative and unique in their own way. I just feel like maybe my personality, sense of humor, and opinions would be fresh to Booktube, I hope. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? And for this one, I am really curious to see what ideas of videos might come to me as I go. And I just want to test myself, honestly. I want to become more used to talking to a camera as if I am talking to nobody, but at the same time to like thousands of people, because I have no idea. Someone has to study this and explain this to the world. I have no idea why I can easily talk without a camera on, like I've just graduated from Harvard or something, but then as soon as the camera is on, my brain leaves my body. Like my brain is nowhere to be seen in this world, in this universe. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what other Booktube video ideas will come to me besides those I have already written down. And second, I am really looking forward to me becoming more accustomed to speaking in front of a camera. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? And I feel like asking a book lover that, asking a reader that, is just like asking someone why they love reading. Reading and creating anything related to art are the two closest things that we have to magic. There is something magical about reading words on paper, and somehow those words transform into thoughts and ideas and pictures and scenes in our minds. It's just so bonkers to me. Besides that, of course, you get to experience new worlds you've never thought of. You get to have the freedom that you might not get to have in your real life. So yeah, it's just escapism and becoming more well-rounded with your knowledge, I guess. Question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? And for this one, I feel like there are 2 books that got me into reading. First of all, I have to preface this by saying that when I was little, I used to hate reading with the highest passion you can imagine. My mother used to force me to read fairy tales in order to enrich my vocabulary and be able to read faster. But on the downside, this only made me feel like I was forced to read. So in my rebellious act of doing whatever the hell I want, I decided that I hated reading. But then one day, as I was helping my father in the attic, I found one book called Momo by Michael Ende. And with that book, I found my little window to not helping my dad anymore. And I just sat down with that book and I started reading it as a distraction, kind of, because I felt like maybe he would just let me read instead of helping him. Yeah, I was an amazing kid. What can I say about that? So I just started reading that book and it turned out that I actually loved it. I really enjoyed it. I think I finished it in like 2 days, which was incredible for me in like 8th grade. After that, unfortunately, I did not read anything for a year or so until I was in 9th grade and we had to choose one book in English to bring for our English class in order to celebrate International Book Day or something like that. And your girl, not being a reader, had no books in English, so I asked my best friends to bring one for me, and she brought If I Stay by Gail Forman. It's funny because I still remember having said to her that I will give back the book immediately after school, and of course, that book had to just grab my interest and look for my tiny love for reading and make it like 10,000 times bigger. And long story short, my friend lended me that book for like a week or so. I think that's how long it took me to read it. And then I went with my mom to buy the entire duology, which I have, but not here. I have at my parents' house. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? What the hell? Sorry. Booktubers. There are like 2 questions I would ask everyone, but especially my favorite booktubers. First of all, being, how do you get to a point where you're just consistent? Like, how can you become consistent with posting anything? Because I feel like that's where I struggle. I always try to set out to do a lot, like film 5 videos in one day, upload every day, and then I end up not uploading for like 7 years. And second of all, how did you become comfortable with talking in front of a camera? Question number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Again, as I was saying, consistency. Consistency has been the bane of my existence. I have struggled with it my entire life, and not just when it comes to booktube or content creation. I have struggled with consistency in school, in doing things that I love or that I want to do in the future, such as writing my book, wink wink. But yeah, I am just trying to be an adult about it and be mature about it and not give up at the first struggle. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? And I feel like I've already answered this question a few questions before, but I officially started reading in 9th grade. The funny thing about it is that now I remember how I was picking my books back then. So imagine me finishing the If I Stay duology and then not knowing what books to read next. I did not know that Booktube existed. I think TikTok did not even exist back then, let alone BookTok. Bookstagram, again, did not know of its existence. So I just called on my old friend Pinterest. And I remember me searching their like book stacks or like aesthetic books and things like that. And pictures of literally book stacks would come up and I would look the titles and then searched them on Google to see if I could purchase them. A few months after that, I discovered Booktube, Bookstagram, and Goodreads, and I started taking my recommendations from there. Question number 9 is, where do you read? And I'm going to be really uninteresting with this one. I usually read in my room, at home, on the bed, or on my sofa. Yeah. Question number 10 is, what books do you like to read? I mainly read fantasy and contemporary. I also sometimes read sci-fi and historical fiction. And when it comes to contemporary, I mainly read romance. The last question, question number 11, which is optional, sometimes done, but I am going to do it because nobody can stop me, is, what does your book collection look like? My book collection is actually split in two. I have half of it here where I currently live, and the other half is at my parents' house, so I will put up some pictures of my collection from my parents' house and a few pictures of my collection here. And that was it for the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a great day, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!